Some people remain unshaken no matter what happens. Chaos unfolds around them, people insult them, plans fail, setbacks hit them repeatedly, yet they remain still as if untouched by the storm. What do they understand that others don't? Most people go through life in a constant state of reaction. Someone cuts them off in traffic and they instantly rage. A coworker makes a passive-aggressive remark and their entire mood shifts. A stranger gives them a strange look and self-doubt creeps in. But what if none of it had power over you? What if no person, situation, or external force could ever affect you again? Carl Jung believed that most people are trapped by their own reactions. They assume the world is doing things to them, but in reality, they are merely reflecting their unresolved inner struggles. Nothing has the power to affect you unless it finds something within you to connect with. If someone calls you foolish and you feel anger, it's because some part of you fears it might be true. If someone ignores you and it hurts, it's because you still seek validation from others. This explains why two people can experience the same situation yet react in completely different ways. The difference is not in the event itself, but in what's happening internally. This is known as shadow work, the process of bringing the unconscious to light. Every irritation, frustration, and emotional trigger is a signal from within. Most people run from these signals. They try to silence them, ignore them, or blame others for making them feel this way. But those who truly awaken to reality recognize a profound truth. The external world is just a reflection of their inner world. Once you grasp this, you gain something invaluable, the ability to shape your reality by mastering yourself. The problem is that most people resist this idea. They would rather believe their hardships stem from external factors, their boss, their past, or simply bad luck. It's easier to think life is unfair than to accept that their own perception is giving power to everything that troubles them. However, those willing to observe instead of blame gain access to a completely new level of freedom. And the moment you stop reacting, you stop being controlled. You don't need to avoid negativity, change others, or manipulate situations. You simply become immune, not detached or emotionless, but completely untouchable. The illusion of control is one of life's greatest traps. Most people spend their entire lives trying to control things they were never meant to. They want others to like them. They want certainty. They want things to go their way. When they don't, they suffer. They take disrespect personally. They feel betrayed when life doesn't unfold according to plan. They assume the universe is against them. But the truth is, almost nothing in this world is under your control, except for one thing, your perception. Jung understood something most people don't. The world itself is neutral. It is neither good nor bad, kind nor cruel. It simply exists. The only thing that makes it positive or negative is how you choose to see it. Consider this. Two people go through the same experience, a breakup, financial loss, failure. One spirals into despair, convinced everything is ruined. The other sees it as a lesson, an opportunity to grow. What separates them? Their perception. Jung famously said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." As long as you remain unaware of the beliefs shaping your reality, beliefs about yourself, success, and worth, you will continue reacting blindly, believing life is happening to you rather than through you. The more you try to control the external world, the more control you give it over you. The moment you need someone's respect, they have power over you. The moment you need a situation to unfold a certain way, it dictates your emotions. The moment you demand fairness from life, you set yourself up for disappointment. But once you abandon this illusion of control, everything shifts. Suddenly, you are free, free from the need for validation, free from the fear of failure, free from the struggle to make the world conform to your expectations. Think about it. The people who are truly untouchable in life aren't those who control everything. They are those who master themselves. They remain calm in storms, unshaken by insults, fearless in uncertainty. They understand something fundamental. Control is an illusion, and the moment you stop chasing it, you become truly powerful. Here's the paradox. When you stop needing things to go your way, they often do. When you stop fearing judgment, confidence emerges naturally. When you stop desperately chasing success, opportunities arise effortlessly. When you stop resisting life and instead flow with it, everything begins to align. This isn't just philosophical, it's backed by neuroscience. Studies in cognitive psychology show that obsessing over control creates resistance. This is why people desperate for love often push it away. Why those terrified of failure self-sabotage, and why those who cling to control feel the most powerless. So ask yourself, are you living in reaction or are you in control of your perception? Because once you realize that nothing outside of you has power over you, life feels entirely different. Imagine this scenario. You're walking down the street when someone suddenly shouts an insult at you. They call you weak, foolish, or say you'll never amount to anything. Pause for a moment. What happens inside you? Most people would react instinctively. Anger, hurt, frustration. But now, picture a different response. Nothing. No reaction. No emotional shift. Just a calm understanding. This has nothing to do with me. This is what Stoics, Zen masters, and Jung all understood deeply. Nothing can disturb you unless you allow it. But why do most people get affected? Because they identify with a false self, a fragile construct built on opinions, validation, and attachment to outcomes. This is why they react so strongly when challenged. It's not just an insult, it's a threat to their identity. Jung spoke of the shadow self, the hidden fears, insecurities, and unresolved wounds we refuse to face. When someone triggers an emotional reaction in us, they are not creating pain, they are revealing pain that was already there. True power comes from mastering your mind. It's not about silencing the world or avoiding criticism. It's about building a mind that no longer crumbles under pressure, a mind that understands all control begins and ends with perception. Studies show that emotional reactivity is a learned habit. The more you allow external forces to dictate your emotions, the more automatic it becomes. But the good news? You can rewire this. Through mindfulness, cognitive reframing, and exposure to discomfort, you can train your brain to become less reactive. Insults lose their sting, failure no longer defines you, and uncertainty no longer scares you. People think they are reacting to the world, but in reality, they are reacting to themselves. When someone insults you, the pain isn't in the words, it's in the meaning you give them. Jung once said, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves." That's the truth most people avoid. Nothing outside of you holds power unless you grant it. Detachment doesn't mean becoming emotionless. It means becoming untouchable. The greatest power isn't in controlling the world, but in controlling how you see it. And here's the best part. When you stop reacting, the world starts responding to you. The moment you stop being controlled by external forces, you take back control. Master your reactions, and you master your reality.